Joe Biden's anti-gun choice to lead the ATF is a Waco Whacko. Will he be confirmed? The 21st state has been added to the United Constitutional Carry States of America. And, no way Jose, our two-way for today Modern Militiaman Spotlight is focused in on a man in Southwest Florida who came to the rescue of a convenience store clerk being held hostage by a knife-wielding thief. Welcome to two-way for today. Two-way for today is a program where we explore all things Second Amendment. All things that protect, threaten, and violate the Second Amendment rights of all Americans, from unconstitutional executive orders and legislation, judicial tyranny and overreach, to how you can get trained and be better prepared to defend yourself, your family, your neighbors, and your rights. So, if the Second Amendment is important to you, make sure to subscribe to the New American Magazine and get on the top daily headlines mailing list so that you get an email alert anytime we upload a video or stream a live event. My name is Zoe Warren, and I'm the host of two-way for today. First up, Biden's anti-gun activist choice to lead the ATF is a Waco Whacko. Will he be confirmed? David Chipman, Joe Biden's nominee to head the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, really wants to chip away your Second Amendment protections and has a long history of enriching himself by assaulting the God-given Second Amendment right of American citizens. Now, he's on Capitol Hill on the hot seat this week, hoping to sell himself well enough to get a confirmation vote. Now, he's a well-paid lobbyist who's currently a senior policy advisor for Giffords, an advocacy group that promotes more aggressive gun control laws, founded by former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords. Chipman has pocketed millions lobbying for Giffords and Everytown for Gun Safety, a Michael Bloomberg-financed gun-grabbing fiasco. Chipman, the Waco Whacko, has been advancing and enforcing common sense gun laws for profit for several decades. And it started with his participation in the Waco raid that left 82 American citizens dead. He's even on record lying about the Branch Davidians using .50 caliber Barrett rifles to shoot down government choppers. Now, there's no record of any helicopter either being shot with a .50 caliber Barrett or any helicopter being taken down by any shots. There were shots fired, but none of the pilots or agents on the helicopters were harmed. Chipman just made it up. He can be seen here, standing over the charred remains of Waco, where lied the bodies of women, children, and other Branch Davidian members who suffered at the Waco bunker, burned alive by the kind of folks who would like to make his brand of nonsense common. Just take a browse of his snarky social media malarkey and see for yourself.
It's a bunch of malarkey.
Oh wait, you can see his Facebook page, but his Twitter account is private. Maybe since he's being interviewed for a job that will affect all the citizens of the United States of America, Twitter will make his private account accessible to all of us so that we can have a fully informed opinion of a man whose record is a national disaster. The 21st state has been added to the United Constitutional Carry States of America. Congratulations, Texans. It's time to celebrate. And in the land of incrementalists, compromise is king. Now, I'm relentless in my efforts to attain and maintain what is ideal, but I also accept victories where we can get them, precedent where we can set it, and every effort by our legislatures to normalize the natural right of every citizen to practice their God-given right to keep and bear arms. Current law restricts Texans by requiring a license to open carry or concealed carry a handgun. Applicants have to submit fingerprints, complete 4 to 6 hours of training, and then pass a written exam and a shooting proficiency test. You don't need a license to openly carry a rifle. Senator Charles Schwertner said, "This bill, to me, is a restoration of the belief in and trust of our citizens." Opponents of the compromised version of this bill gave emotional speeches in protest, recounting the mass shootings in El Paso and Odessa. Representative Chris Turner pleaded, "This is our first session since those tragedies, and this is our response? A bill to allow permitless carry? A bill to say you don't have to have any training to carry a handgun in the state of Texas? And I can't imagine a worse slap in the face to all those people who have advocated to the victims and to the family of those victims." Representative Matt Schaefer, the author of the bill, argued, "The simple truth is that those that intend evil, those who are criminals, don't care what we do in this building. They haven't in the past and they won't in the future. We are charged with defending the freedoms that are owed to Texans and guaranteed by the Constitution." The compromise bill is ready for Governor Abbott's signature. Now, with that said, I'm encouraged by the Texas bill, but it's complicated. What do I mean complicated? Well, the bill defers to federal prohibition, and the bill makes it punishable if you make the mistake of walking with your firearm into a prohibited location. Say, for instance, you walk into a nursing home with your gun on your hip. You can be charged with a misdemeanor or a third-degree felony. As well, if you're a non-violent felon who was in prison for a year and a day, you can't purchase or possess a firearm. So, Texans should celebrate, but keep your powder dry, because the battle to maintain liberty is never over. I'm thankful for Texas ripping away the majority of a tyranny that has prevented Texans from carrying handguns without begging for permission from their masters for almost 150 years, but Texas has not yet fully returned to the force of the Second Amendment's protection of our God-given rights. When the Texas legislature is still taking its cues on who gets to enjoy their God-given right from unconstitutional federal government codes. I give this bill an A-, because the Texas legislature went a long way on this one, but it didn't go all the way. Finally, no way, Jose. Our 2A for Today Modern Militiaman Spotlight is focused in on a man in Southwest Florida who came to the rescue of a convenience store clerk being held hostage by a knife-wielding thief. In Lee County, Florida, Jose Davila Cruz saw an opportunity to attempt to take advantage of a woman at knife point who worked at the Zoom-through convenience store, but he was in for a surprise. Jose asked the woman to cash a check for him, but being against store policy, she declined. Jose left the store, but quickly returned to demand a withdrawal. Enter our hero. Our 2A for Today Modern Militiaman pulled into the drive-thru. Jose tells the clerk to keep working and act natural.
From what she said, that when the buzzer went off, when I hit, like going through a drive-thru kind of deal, he said, serve your customer.
The clerk was visibly distressed, and our hero took notice.
You could see tears in her eyes. She was super scared. As soon as I saw the knife, that's when I drew my weapon, and I pulled my weapon out through the window and was like, get out of the store.
Once outside, it was game over for the perp.
Got her separated from him, and at that point, I tripped him down and I got the knife away.
Our 2A for Today Modern Militiaman stepped into his role and secured his community. Hats off to you, brother. When we get his name, we'll be sure to honor him. That concludes our program for today, but again, in the coming weeks and months, 2A for Today will be talking to experts, scholars, trainers, and all forms of gun right activists and Second Amendment proponents to answer the many questions that we all have and unpack the various laws and trespasses of our rights that have already been enacted and those that are on the horizon. Again, if the Second Amendment's important to you, make sure to subscribe to the New American Magazine and get on the top daily headlines mailing list so that you get an email alert anytime we upload a video or stream a live event. And share these videos with your family and friends who feel the same, or those that are riding the fence between liberty and tyranny who need a little more convincing. You've been watching 2A for Today. My name is Zoe. Post your comments or questions and we will try to address as many as we can, as fast as we can in the coming weeks and months. Thank you for watching 2A for Today.